missions for you. Open your iDroid.
The fuck? Oh, my bad. My mic isn't even on. Alright, my bad. So we playing until 8:15. My bad for all the background noise. My dog just got a bone, so he's fucking that bone up, and he's like right next to me. So just giving y'all a heads up. That being said, this will be a 3-hour stream. Cool? Cool. Alright, what's going on here?
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination.
Okay.
Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Okay, can I get the fucking subtitles on here? Hey Siri, how do I get subtitles on Metal Gear 5?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do I get settled on Metal Gear 5. Check it out.
How do I get subtitles on Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain? Right under the display settings, hold up. Oh. There we go. Alright, cool. Why would it be on display settings? Display has something to do with like... Yeah, I don't understand. Hold on, let me see. Can you change the FOV on Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain? Oh, okay, fuck it, no you can't. Alright, cool. All good, all good. Alright, mission is...
Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
I mean, I guess I'll go right here. There's this little joint right over here I can do. Cool.
Heading to Afghanistan. Mission not accepted.
Alright, let's do it.
Mission heading to Afghanistan.
Yeah, I can't handle that nighttime shit yet. I'm sorry. It's making so much fucking noise. Maybe I should have gave it to him tomorrow. Or like while I'm gone. Blue, you're not gonna be able to fuck that bone up tonight. It's just not possible. If you break that bone in one night, you're a fucking dangerous dog. I'm definitely getting you suited up for security. $1,000%. I'm gonna suit your ass right up.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Alright. So eliminate him or take him? Probably just take him.
Map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss. We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment.
I know some of these plants make for ammo for the suppress. Communications equipment.
Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Please specify a project.
Alright, what's this? Desert fox, wear and sand soil to blend and make it harder for enemy to spot you. Alright. Okay.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Please specify a project. Supply drop complete.
gets into the box. That's hilarious. Oh, I just changed my gear. That's what's up. Alright. You already know. Damn, nigga get up on that bitch and say brrrr.
You have arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up. Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Yeah, shit. Seen another dude right over here somewhere. Really go for a sniper right now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Mother Base. I'm gonna craft that sniper rifle that I saw.
Please specify a project. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Oh. Yes. What's up?
Want me to make you fries?
I'll eat some fries, yeah.
You want some of the buffalo wings too?
Nah.
Please specify a project.
I'm gonna regret getting him that bone. You said what? Kinda already do. Man, yeah, I get it, but god damn. Hold on, let me just look at my development of my weapons.
Please specify a project.
Why I can't get a scope for this yet? Required 11. Currently at. What does that even mean? Oh, research and development needs to be upgraded. Hold up. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. No. No, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
You gotta extract him.
Blue, chill out, man. shit. Well, that didn't work.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Snake! Snake! Snake! Snake! Snake! Okay. So this is where I got what I get from this. Alright, there's a lot more enemies that I don't see. So this really has to be like some like infiltration type shit.
You've arrived at the objective. Your
I
target
see
should
it.
be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up. That's the sturdiest building in the area. It'd be perfect for the target to hole up in. That's a shed where they hang their crops to dry. It's a sturdy building. Should be able to take your weight. That searchlight's manually operated.
Yeah, these are the LeBron ones. Thank you. I know I'm gonna be shitting.
Yeah, I was like, maybe not. Maybe not shit.
They're definitely gonna make me shit. He's in love with that bone. Bro.
You gotta extract him.
that your friend?
No, this is a new game.
Put your hand right here. Up my shirt.
What's going on? Shut up.
The fries is coming.
Oh, you bought fries? You know where else has Western fries? Remember, Pizza Bowl's has Western fries. Remember? There you go. If that's what you're in the mood for, yeah, that's fine.
He's coming too. Roger that.
This nigga is really in a box, my nigga. This is so fun. He's fucking that bone up right now.
For you.
Oh.
I put a tiny bit on the plate for me.
No, I'm okay.
Hey, yeah. Talk.
He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
No, I'm okay. No, I'm okay, thank you.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have him. That's fine. Here. That nigga don't need no more trees. That nigga got that bone. He fucking that bone up. You could have just gave him to me. That's fine. Blue, eat your bone, bro. You greedy bastard. You're so fucking spoiled, bro. I just realized how spoiled you is. He might.
Знаешь, что я только что услышал? Даже не должны быть в этом вонючем месте.
Blue, cut it out.
С этими бояками
Sit down.
должны были разобраться с лидером.
Sit down.
В определенный момент боевой
Sit your ass down.
Принтуса, и они дезертируют.
The one to the right.
Значит, мы делаем работу за них? Нас отправляют на эту группу.
Sit down.
Им задницы. Не говори так. Сержанцы здесь
Blue.
большая честь. Кроме того, в следующем месяце нас здесь уже не будет. Да? Ага.
What is that?
Спаси хотя бы эта полигоновая смена войск. Ладно, мне пора. Давай.
Huh? Not yet.
The target. Boss, I gotta say it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out. Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Extraction failed.
Most likely or not. I said most likely or not.
Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around. He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Wait, what the fuck is going on?
Extraction failed. Extraction arrived at Minute Base. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss.
Oh, so they don't want me to kill nobody. Wow. Noted. That's noted. Where your bone at? It's an episode every time you play. That's tough.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
And the rest.
Side ops list
The
updated.
side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve, objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
run as fast as them other niggas, but I run. I'm moving. I'm motherfucking moving. Hold on now. Where's shit at? Nigga getting loose.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Motherfucker, you can see me. What the fuck?
Gaining altitude. Departing. By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan. Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There, we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road. And then continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs. Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed.
The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces.
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's
I
right,
want
they
some
got
tea.
the idea from you. After Mother Base
I
went
think I
down, they
made
began
some. I
spreading
think
to meet the soaring demand.
that's the only day it's gonna
Miller's
get rid of this
organization
heat
is just
in my
one of
throat.
many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him.
No,
An army with
it's
no
okay.
allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now,
Alright.
but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the Zero Line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm.
No, you're
Our
fine.
point man gave a strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls.
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me.
I probably should.
We were
I'm sitting
calling
here
out
over
to
here
each
like
other.
wondering why I'm getting.
One by one,
I'm making
the
so much
voices just went
noises.
dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it.
When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Oh, I'm
Could
okay
they be
right
some
now.
new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have
ain't
just
no
handed
way.
me over to the 40th
Ain't no
Army.
way.
Whatever the case, we need to watch our step
Yeah,
until we know
he
who they
fucked that
really
one
are.
up.
And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
Damn.
When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused,
Whatever happened to
she
Paz?
would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking. In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here. We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean. Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us?
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then.
Deploying.
There. Blue, take it somewhere else, man. Yo, take it somewhere else. Oh. Excuse me. Leslie, how did you some pictures you up? Yeah.
Come back safe, boss!
Marker placed.
Blue, take that shit somewhere else, man.
That wild dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss? Roger that. We'll pick him up. there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, that's the target.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Side-op completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function.
Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
So what?
Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Marker placed. Please select a landing zone.
Brownie. Make sure touch base on
How do you make a brownie?
this. I found this in my lunchbox. This brownie's a little old. Chick-fil-A. When I bite.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Oh no, I'm alright.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Say, boss, you seen many animals in the field? Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Yeah.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Yeah. That motherfucker said that.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Alright, Siri. Stop getting my fucking ear about my goddamn stupid eyes.
Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations. Marker placed. Marker removed.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Nigga, I ain't no bitch. Ain't no choice, huh?
Didi, come back.
Mitch.
Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though.
He'll get bigger?
Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
Oh. It's a DD diamond dog. That motherfucker ain't got no eye.
DD, right. Hostile at raising hounds. Fine.
Come on, Didi.
Blue, go down. I'm fucking unplugging my camera. I'm like, why the fuck am I- Go lay your ass down.
I went to the living room,
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
jump out of there. What's wrong with you? Yeah, don't take your boy.
What you come here? You come here for? A shot.
Marker placed.
Take a shower?
You have arrived
Boss,
at your
welcome
destination.
back.
It said mentally what?
Boss, thank you for being here. I look forward to serving them. Boss!
Talk. Where are your friends?
Boss.
Over here using my whole goddamn my whole crew. Damn. What's happening right here? Why I can't go in none of these doors? This my goddamn place. Act like you tired or something.
came with me, boss.
You don't want to get your ass with me.
Boss, how about developing something? Boss!
Speak. Where are your friends? Spit it out.
That nigga said harder.
Spit it out.
Thank you, boss.
Nigga said thank you. Alright, let's get back to these missions, man. Get back to the, what's this? Extract a highly skilled soldier. Secure the riot. That's a blueprint.